Hey everybody, welcome back here to A Place to Heal. I had a bunch of my lady followers on Instagram and Facebook and stuff that I promised to do a Devine Feminine video. And they were just like, please, when are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? But I needed to find the right time. I needed to find when the kids were away and there was nobody else in the house and everything else. And this is going to be a raw video. I mean, raw. So if you're not ready for pure rawness and my opinions, exit now, stage left. Hurry while you still can. So this is mainly for my lady followers. But, if you're a guy, you're welcome to watch because you're probably going to agree with a lot of what I'm about to say. This stuff has been coming up in me as I've been fasting. And, there's nothing that brings up spiritualness and thoughts and provokes things like fasting or meditation. And when you're meditating or when you're fasting, it stirs up all this stuff within you. And one of the things that I got really touched by was that I was driving down the street the other day and I kept looking at all these women and how cheeky they were towards each other. They would look at each other like, look at her. Doesn't she think she's special? I was just like, why? How's this come about? How did this happen? This is insane. You never see men doing that. You never go into a store and see men looking at each other and go, who does he think he is wearing them shoes? No, a man will look at another man and go, dude, he looks sharp. He is on it today. Listen, back in, I don't know, when we started burning our bras, thank you, Jane Fonda. When we started burning our bras, I mean, yes, I know that there was a message that we were trying to get across there. We are independent women. We can take care of ourselves. We can do everything that a man can do. I am woman, watch me roar. I can bring home the bacon, fry it up in a pan, and never let you forget you're a man, and all that other crap that we came up with, which is all wonderful. And I know there's a bunch of you independent women out there, and trust me, Miss Independent. I can do anything that a man can do. I can rotate my tires. I can change my oil. I can mow my own yard. I can do anything. Trust me, anything that a man can do. I was raised by a father who insisted that we learn how to change a spare tire and learn to do our own mechanic work. And I know my way around a car engine as well as any man. I have a toolbox. If you guys saw, for Christmas, that's what I got myself. I actually got myself a full, not a toolbox, a toolbox with drawers and the whole bit. That's what I wanted for Christmas. So I am Miss Independent. But let me tell you, something happened when we decided to be that independent. We started shifting. Somehow things started shifting, and not in a good way. We started shifting the balance of the male and the female energies. And what ended up happening is you have all these women that are walking around, I can do it, I can do it. Listen, I love that you can do it. I love that I can do it. But we have crossed that line and we've gone past it. Not too long ago, I was at Walmart and I was carrying out my groceries. And a gentleman came up and he said, oh, can I help you carry those? And I said, well, of course you can help me. Thank you. When I get my waters, if someone wants to help me carry it to my car, of course I'm going to let you carry it to the car. If a gentleman wants to open the car door for me, I'm going to allow that. There's been times I've gone to restaurants and little boys, 8-year-old boys, the cutest thing ever, opening the door for me. I will literally take extra time to sit there and say, thank you. What a beautiful gentleman you are. How lovely that you would do that for me. Thank you so much. I want to promote that. I want to promote that in a man. You know, I was married before my husband died. I was married for 10 years. And even into our 9th and 10th year of marriage, when we went to the restaurant after dinner, I always told him, thank you so much for taking me out to dinner. Yes, it was our money, but you know what? It took time out of his day in order to do this for you. They're doing this for you. So what's happened is we've become so damn independent until you get a date. And then you go to the restaurant, and if the date sits there and dares say, well, are we going to go Dutch? You're just like, oh, how dare he? All of a sudden, you're not Miss Independent anymore. All of a sudden, you want him to take care of you. Look, if you want protection, get a gun. That's not why guys were created. It wasn't for protection. It wasn't for all this stuff that we have pushed on them. And we have disrupted this balance so much that no one knows where they're at anymore. No one knows what they're doing. I think it is perfectly fine to be Miss Independent, to be an independent woman, to do everything that a man can do. But at some point, you have to allow the man to be who they are. You have to give them their masculinity, because we have been taken, because of this feminine imbalance, we have been taken away their masculinity. I don't need you. I can do it all on my own. I don't need you to do that. I can do that. I am woman. Watch me roar. And all of a sudden, men have become very confused. Well, do we open doors or do we not open doors? Is that going to please them or is that going to offend them? So we've got this whole imbalance going. Listen, ladies, all embryos start out feminine. If you don't believe me, look it up. Every single embryo starts out female. That says a lot. That says we are so precious. We can give birth. We can raise kids. Our brains are totally wired differently than men for a reason. We can multitask where they have problems doing that. Our peripheral vision, we can actually see way back there where men can't. We are blessed in so many areas, and we are giving away those blessings, just giving them away. One of the things that I was completely shocked recently was, I have a few friends who are single, a few single men, and I was just shocked at how quickly women they're like, let's jump in bed together. Let's do this. I'm like, what are you thinking? Hello? When you beautiful ladies who have been given this glorious gift start dating a man, listen, let's back up. When you get a job, you don't get benefits for 90 days. Why are you giving benefits to someone before 90 days? You don't even know this person. These are energies that are mixing, and you don't even know this person's energy or what they're about, because the self-esteem is just not there. And one of the ways that we can promote this self-esteem is by lifting each other up. I refuse to go into areas where women do not lift each other up. I love every single one of my female friends. I lift them up. I go to Zumba with an all-lady crowd, and every day before I leave, I'm like, love you. I love you. You're the best. You know, you do it. Even during my class, I'm yelling at my instructor, come on, Lucy, do it. Get these girls going. I want to lift up my females. And that's what we need to start doing. Men do it in corporations all the time. They lift each other up. They go out for drinks. They lift each other up. You can do this, man. You can do this. You know, you go into the military, same thing. They're lifting each other up. You know, these are my brother in arms. They're, you know, I love them. You go anywhere you go, you see that men form a pack and they help each other and build each other up. The only thing that I feel that we are doing by destroying this female feminine is that we're not helping each other out at all. We're actually dividing instead of coming together. So whenever I see a woman out on the street, I'm like, oh man, I love your heels. Oh my God, you make those things look good, you know? And oh my God, I love that shirt. It doesn't have to be like you're gorgeous. I love your lipstick. I mean, you know, us women are battered constantly. We're constantly told how we don't measure up. And that is so wrong. I mean, this is something that's happening to divide us. And it's so important that in 2019, you know, the divine feminine rises again. It's okay if you want to be independent. But man, if that man wants to open the door for you, let him. If he wants to carry your groceries, let him. If you see another woman who is dressed really beautiful, tell her. You know, we need to help each other out. Because let me tell you what I've noticed is happening. So, and these are just thoughts in my head. You don't have to agree. You know, these might not resonate with you, but this is what's been going on in my head. And it's that as we destroy this female feminine, we are raising the masculine energy on this planet. And that's not a good thing, okay? Because as we all know, sometimes the masculine, you know, it's associated with wood, it's associated with stone, it's associated with steel. You know, I mean, those are all hard substances. And we need to soften things a little bit. But what's ending up happening is that, in my opinion, what's ending up happening is, and like I said, I have the male friends who all these women are just, you know, hopping in bed with them so quickly. I started realizing something. Well, men are fixers. They love to fix things. They love to be there for you. You know, over the holidays, my daughter was really sick and my son-in-law the whole time was pacing. I want to help her. I want to do something for her. I'm like, calm down. It's okay. We got it. It's okay. Just calm down. But they're fixers. They want to fix this. Let me get that for you, honey. Let me put that up for you. So all of a sudden we're sending this message to men. I don't need you. I got this because I'm independent. So men all of a sudden are like, whoa. So what is our role? I don't know. I don't know what my role is. Should I help her? Should I not help her? Will that offend her? Will that not offend her? And they have become very confused. So now women are coming out of the woodworks and they're sitting there like, well, yeah, you guys have slept with us for all these years and just head out the door. So we're going to start doing the same thing because we're independent. It's like, okay, I don't know who thought of that idea, but it's not a good one. And, you know, that's all this going to the bars. It's like, yeah, let's hop into bed. And then the guy calls you after 3 days and like, yeah, dude, I don't need you. I got this. Not cool, because all we're doing, again, hiring the masculine energy. So what ends up happening is we have confused the hell out of these poor men. And now they don't know what to do. So they're like, oh, well, I guess then all they want us to do is just sleep with them. So I guess that's where we get to do our thing. That's how I noticed that men are starting now to attract women. So recently, you didn't hear this, just don't tell anybody. So recently I went on a dating site because I've been single for years now. And one of my friends said, go on a dating site. So if you're a guy and you're watching this video, listen closely. So I go on a dating site And all I see is, oh, look at me. Oh, look at me. Stomachs hanging out, thighs hanging out. And I'm like, ooh, what are they trying to sell me? Their bodies, right? Or the next thing that you see is I'm scrolling through the pictures and I'm like, oh, nice motorcycle. Ooh, nice car. Ooh, nice house. And I'm like, but where's the guy? Oh, there's one little, oh, there he is with his little friend. So I'm like, what is going on here? I don't want to date your Porsche. I don't want to date your Harley Davidson. I don't want to date your house in the suburbs. I want to date you. I want to know who you are. But we have confused these poor men so much. It's like, hey, this is what I got for you. Look at my body. Look at my toys. Look at my body. Look at my toys. I'm like, where are you? Where are you? I want to see you. So we've confused them so much. And then I go out with this one guy. I had one date in the last 4 years. Yay me. One date, and the whole entire dinner, all this man kept saying to me was, I never have any luck with women. And I'm sitting there eating going, okay. And he's like, I never have any. He didn't know who I was, what I did for a living, nothing. So the whole time through dinner, he's like, I don't have luck with women. I don't have luck with women. I just don't, And I'm like, oh, really? Yeah, they all cheat on me. They all cheat on me. And they all want my money. That's all they want me for. And I'm like, oh, okay. So when I got done with the date, I actually came home and looked at his profile. And I'm like, wonder why that is. Because all I'm seeing is his motorcycle, his BMW, his beautiful toys, his jacuzzi. And I'm like, wonder what kind of girl you're going to draw to that. So if you want a gold digger, that's what you got to do. You want a woman that's going to cheat on you, put your body out there, because that's what you're going to get, but yet the entire time that we were on this date, he's telling me, I want a good woman. I need a good woman. I've been single for so long and I want a good woman. And I'm thinking, okay. So at the end of the date, what does he say? So you want to come home to my place? I'm like, for what? Because I can be a B. I knew what he wanted, but, so I'm like, oh, for what? And he goes, I don't know, maybe a cup of coffee. I'm like, yeah, I don't drink coffee. And he's like, oh, well, I don't know, some pie or something. And I'm like, I can get pie here. Why do I want to go to your place? And he's like, just never mind. Now we've got the confusion setting in, right? Hey, I've shown you my body. I've shown you my toys. Why aren't you responding? Ladies, at some point, you have to take your dignity back. We have to start balancing the male and the female again. And it is up to you to start this balance. It is up to us to do this balance. When I was growing up, my grandmother always used to tell me, put a scalpel in a monkey's hands and he's going to screw up the operation the entire time. Honey, it is up to you to show a man how you want to be treated, how you expect to be treated. And I learned that from my grandmother. God bless her. It was one of the things that I've always remembered. And you have to remember that you're looking at these guys like, this is a man. And I'm going to tell all my friends about this man. And I'm going to tell that, because let me tell you, I have friends where I know everything. And I'm talking everything. I know what sexual positions they have. I know where they go to eat. I know what their bed looks like. I know what their kids have for everything. I know everything. And it is so hard to go over to their house. And then I look at their man and I'm like, oh God, this is so embarrassing. You know, you have that friend. Don't look at me like that, because I know you know. So, you know, what ends up happening is we forget that this is a partnership. If you were to have a partnership in business, there is no way on earth that you would go and tell your friends how much money your company is making, what your new ideas for the new year are going to be. You're not going to do this, because that company is precious to you. That is your baby. That is ever so important to you. And that partnership is like this. You both make decisions together. You both move forward together, because you know that if this does not happen, the company is going to collapse. But somehow, for women, you want to be all independent. You want to run companies, but yet when you get into a relationship with a man, you don't treat it as such. All of a sudden, they're beneath you, and how dare they treat me like that? Take a minute and look in the mirror and take responsibility for your role in that relationship. Am I doing something to cause this? Am I treating him the way I want to be treated? What does he keep telling me that he wants that I'm just not giving to him? And let me tell you, ladies, it's not sex. Sometimes it could be something simple, like, honey, I just want to go out on Friday nights without the kids. And you're like, oh, okay. And you give them something else. I've bitched about this to people over and over. If somebody asks you for an orange, don't give them an apple. Listen. Listen. It's so important. So if I could ask my lady followers for one thing in 2019, it's to help me raise the divine feminine once again. There are so many guys out there that I follow on Instagram, on Facebook, and you'll find them. Trust me, the minute you start looking, you will find them, that want to help the divine feminine rise. They want to get into relationships with women who are willing to do the work with them, because that is so important. As a couple, you both have to be on the same awareness level, be the same awake, and you both got to want to do the work together in order to keep that company sustained. So look for them. There's a lot of beautiful men who are trying to teach other men that it's okay to cry. It's okay to not have to be the one to support the family. Please rethink all the stuff that you were programmed in your brain. If you could do that for me before the end of the year, I would be so grateful. Think about that. I want to tell you just a real quick story before I go, and to show to you what I'm talking about. I had a roommate one time, beautiful man. We never had anything together. It was just a roommate situation. We lived together for 2 years, actually, and we got along beautifully. We both respected each other's space. And this man would get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and he owned a drywall company, and he would get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and he would go to work, and he would get home at 3 o'clock in the afternoon so tired that he could barely keep his eyes open because he'd been up from so early. And he would come home, and his thing was that he always liked to take a nap. So he took a nap. I got up because I had to go pick up a few groceries. I went out to my car, and my car would not start. And I realized it was the battery. So I went to my neighbor who was right next door, and I said, hey, can you do me a favor? Can you drive me to the auto parts store so I can change my battery? First thing she says to me, where's so-and-so? I said, he's taking a nap. Well, get his ass up. I go, why? Because that's what a man's for. You shouldn't have to be doing this. That's what a man's job is. Hello. This is what I'm talking about. I said, no, I'm not going to go wake him up. I can do this on my own. I have no problems doing this. And we went to the auto parts store. I changed the battery. And when he woke up 2 hours later, what's the first thing he said to me? Why didn't you wake me up? That's my job. No, sweetheart, that is not your job. Listen, it is time that we reevaluate our roles and we decide what side of the fence we are going to be on. Are you going to be on Miss Independent side or what? Because you can't keep going back and forth. Yes, I want to be independent. Yes, I want to do everything by myself, but get me the rock. You get me the rock. I want that rock from you. I don't want to. Yes, I want to be Miss Independent, but I want you to pay for dinner. I don't want to pay for dinner because that's a man's role. Listen, there are no roles. That is all crap, and I'm going to call it what it is, that has been programmed into your little brain by someone. And it's time that we started challenging all our thoughts, all our beliefs, all our upbringings, and start creating a world where we appreciate men, not because they're stronger, not because they're this, not because, I'm sick of the, men are better, women are better. Nobody's better. We're here to help each other out. We are each other's helpmate. That's why we're here. I help you, you help me. I know people that are freaked out because I'm still good friends with my ex-husband. Listen, and he's remarried to a beautiful, beautiful, lovely, wonderful woman whom I just adore. And she's a nurse in the ER. And I love them both and I wish them nothing but the best. Because things happen and we're here to help each other. We're here to love one another and we're here to do the work. And I learned what I needed to learn from him and he learned what he needed to learn from me. And we had our journeys together. And nowhere does it say that the minute that you're born, you are to have your entire journey with one person. Different people might join you on that journey. Different friends. I mean, I've been single in October it was 4 years. And I've had different friends that have kept me company through that journey. And what I started noticing that was as one friend dropped off, like that I lost my friend Linda recently. I lost her and another friend showed up who I haven't talked in a while. And that person has been filling in on my journey and helping me along. And we're always given what we need when we need it. So please, if I can ask one thing of you, is let's help raise the divine feminine once again. Start embracing your femininity. It is a blessing. It is a blessing that you have been given to raise children, run a house. We can do it all, but we don't have to be snotty about it. And we do not have to step over other women to get up. You should be helping other women up, because as we help each other, that bond that forms, let me tell you, that's why they want to divide you. Because if we can form a pack, listen, we can do anything. They know this. If we can form a pack, if there's strength in numbers, we would be invincible. So please, ladies, love one another. Respect one another. Start embracing your sexuality. Start embracing your femininity. Start learning to love to live in your own skin. I don't care. Wear corsets, wear lingeries underneath your clothing if you have to. Do whatever it takes to love yourself. Take baths in the evening, play music, dance in the kitchen naked. I don't care what you got to do. Raise those feminine levels and support your sisters in arms. All right. And embrace them in arms. I mean, you go to Latin countries, you see all the women helping each other up, kissing each other on the cheek, hugging each other. What's going on, America? Let's go. Let's catch up. All right. I hope that you have a glorious, glorious 2019. Please, ladies, let's make this our year. I want to see all my women followers happy, healthy, full of abundance, and I want to hear nothing but beautiful things coming my way from all my female followers. I want to hear all this lovely stuff going on. Till I see you next year, I love you. You are beautiful. You are so beautiful, and you are a precious gift to this planet. Till next time,